Hi guys, welcome to High School Art week 10. We are getting into a fun week. We have a very fun Freaky Friday artist who we're going to talk about who has to do with Dia de los Muertos. And so that's why it's decorated just a little bit differently here. But I'm getting ahead of myself as usual. Hopefully I will update this by the time you guys see it live on Monday. So we'll see some fun shattered value animals. I know I've left this slide blank for a while and I apologize every week for it. Here are our sketches and the name of our Freaky Friday artist, because every week we will sketch 5 new prompts, we complete an artist spotlight, and we continue to master art skills. So, our sketches this week, Monday, we'll do Dia de los Muertos as a Mexican holiday celebrating the dead and the memories that come with them in a respectful but cheerful manner. We have Tuesdays, an organic pattern. Organic in art means something nature inspired. So, swirly, curvy, flowers, leaves, circly, gloopy. You can look it up on Google. Wednesday, you're going to copy the following quote from our artist, Pedro Linares. He said, "People didn't want to buy alebrijes. They were too ugly, so I began to change them and make them more colorful." Thursday is Monster, and Friday is Sugar Skull. Pedro Linares was a Mexican sculptor, and he made creatures called alebrijes, which were further featured in the Mexican Disney-inspired film Coco. And so if you ever wondered where alebrijes came from, they came from a simple piñata maker called Pedro in the state of Oaxaca, Mexico. All right. This week we're gonna hop back into value, which is shading, going light to dark, just like we just did with the animals, but this time we're gonna be blending the elements of color with our color pencils with value. So we're putting them on a blind date with this assignment, and you are going to be creating a piece of realistic art. That means creating what looks like a photo onto a separate piece of paper. And we're going to start with something of fabric. And I've already included those pictures on Google Classroom of which fabric pieces I want you to print or trace from. All right. You are going to trace the outline of fabric and the wrinkle lines on each piece of fabric first. That's step 1, onto a separate piece of paper. You're then going to choose one color family. And so you have red, orange, yellow, that's for warm, and cool, blue, purple, green. So you can choose the warm family or the cool family. Then you're going to begin to fill in your shadows. So that's your really dark spots of your photo using the scumbling method. That's the loop-de-loop method. I'm going to make another video on how to shade a little bit more tomorrow so you guys can know how to shade with colored pencil rather than your normal pencil. And then, just like ogres have layers and onions have layers, color pencils also have layers. So step 3 is layering. Layer your color pencils. That's the only way you can begin to make them look good. This is a small illustration of steps 1 and 2. So step 1 and 2, when you print or trace out from your image, this is what I'm looking for. With a normal black pencil, you are going to trace the outline. That's the outside of your object. And then you're going to trace the wrinkle lines. That's the inside lines of your object. And then step 2, you're going to draw in your nines, or your darkest parts of your fabric. And then step 2, you're going to begin to layer. And step 3, this is when we get to layer. And when people ask, why did I get the grade I got? Why isn't my fabric good enough? I am looking for very soft shadows, so soft shading, like right up here with this photo. And I'm looking for hard edge shadows as well, and I've highlighted that as well. And so you can see I worked a lot more on this than just leaving it basic like over here, okay? And hopefully I'll explain this a little bit more tomorrow, but that's it for the week, guys. Have a nice day.